are not a member of the United
We
States Congress.
represent the powerful forces of change.
A nation of immigrants to a nation of ignorance.
Tiffany Haddish is a stand-up comedian and author.
I want to be somebody when I grow up. I always want to be a huge star. Not physically, but I want to be big. I want to be like the next Halle Berry / Jim Carrey with that Oprah Winfrey money.
She was named one of the most 100 influential people in the world by Time magazine. But what makes Tiffany Haddish so influential? It has to be her story and how she persevered from it. When Tiffany Haddish was 9, her mother was in a bad car accident as a result of her stepfather's alleged tampering with the brakes, with injuries from an accident triggered from her mother's schizophrenia. Tiffany did everything she can to help out her mother for 3 years and eventually was placed into foster care.
If I grew up in foster care, and I want to say thank you to anyone who paid taxes between 1990 and 1999, because if you wouldn't have paid your taxes, I wouldn't have been standing here today, so thank you.
Tiffany Haddish was always an outspoken kid, and her social worker enrolled her into the Laugh Factory comedy camp for children. And little did she know, she started her future.
They shipped me to the school in the valley, right? And I'll make me some friends, Amber and Samantha. We're totally hanging out, right? And we're in gym class.
Haddish has been making people laugh ever since appearing on HBO's Def Comedy Jam in 2008. Her most successful work till date undoubtedly is her role in Girls Trip. The film was a huge success commercially and critically.
Now this movie, it made history. It made $100 million plus, okay? And I'm trying to figure out where is my cut of that money because I haven't seen it at all yet.
Her role won several awards such as MTV Movie Award for Best Comedic Performance and the New York Film Critics Circle Award for Best Supporting Actress. She often volunteers at the Laugh Factory Comedy Camp Club where she started at. She's also involved with charities that help the homeless around her hometown in South Central LA.
Selena was a beautiful human being.
She didn't like negativity.
She had this beautiful personality. And she had this amazing talent. And combining all that together, I think that that's why we're still talking about her.
Everyone knows about this iconic female singer and songwriter, the one and only Selena Quintanilla. She was born on April 16, 1971. She's the youngest child of her family. Selena's father, Abraham Quintanilla, was a former musician. He managed and produced his family group, Selena y los Dinos, which also include her older siblings, A.B. Quintanilla and Suzette Quintanilla. Selena grew up speaking English, but her father taught her to sing Spanish so she could resonate with the Latino community. She learned the lyrics first, and eventually, she learned Spanish perfect. She began performing as a child around the age of 10. Selena became the lead singer of her family band, and the musical group started playing it out in weddings and clubs here in Texas. The band featured her brother Abraham on the bass guitar and her sister Sunset on the drum. Selena was also very involved in children and adults education. She often donated to school programs and was a huge supporter to the drug abuse awareness. Unfortunately, Selena was shot and killed on March 31, 1995 by someone very close to her, Yolanda Saldívar, was the former president of the Selena fan club and manager of the boutiques. As we end this segment, we want to commemorate this beautiful woman, Selena Quintanilla.
While watching a movie, there are a lot of things we appreciate and adore, like the showing of different cultures, how amazing the visual effects look, or some of the amazing acting that is on screen. But there are also a lot of mistakes that fly over our head that we don't really seem to notice. So without further ado, here are some movie mistakes I found and noticed while watching these movies. In the movie Frozen, when Elsa is building her castle while singing Let It Go, great song by the way, she lets her hair down, and when she does, you can see it pass right through her shoulder. In Star Wars Episode 4, there is a scene where a stormtrooper hits his head with the top of the doorway. You can even hear a thud. apparently that scene made the final cut. So next time you're watching Star Wars Episode 4, keep an eye out for that. Watch this scene and tell me what's wrong with it.
Up all the cream, the candy man.
See nothing? Take another look.
Separate the sorrow and collect up all the cream, the candy man.
Did you notice the girl getting hit with the counter? Ouch. In the final battle of Avengers Endgame, we see Ant-Man trying to start the van back up. But in the next shot, we see him fighting. We've all seen The Grinch at least once in our life. But did y'all know that this scene was a complete accident? It was written that everything on that table was meant to fall off, but Jim Carrey surprisingly managed to pull this trick off with everything still on the table. With movies having so many people to work on them, it's kind of funny how these little small mistakes still make it into the final movie. Have a great day, Panthers.